Alright boys and girls, here's the gist of everything. Right here in my hands I have Jampack Winter 99. This is a demo disc for the Sony PlayStation. Total of 11 playable games on this, and I'm gonna try all of them out. Gran Turismo 2. These cars handle fairly well, though I don't like the track design. You can use only 2 cars, but that's okay. It's a demo. It's fairly unremarkable, but I'm sure that the inclusion of more cars in the full version would make this a favorable game for people who are fans of cars. Tiny tank. I don't get it. This is a simple concept. You're a tank, and a small one at that. You could even say tiny. I think my favorite aspect of this game is the way that it controls. With an analog controller, you control nearly the entire game without pressing any buttons. You move with the left stick and aim with the right, but you can jump and shoot by clicking the sticks, and it works fairly well. These controls are really cool. It's a shame that this game is terrible. It suffers from the common, way too fast, where am I, why don't these shots do anything, and what the fuck am I supposed to do? Problems that plague a number of these types of games. Spyro 2. Ripto's Rampage. It's Spyro. You know Spyro. We all know Spyro. It's good. That's it. Oh, fuck! This NFL Gameday demo is okay. There are only 2 teams to choose from, the Broncos and the Falcons, which had been a Super Bowl matchup from the previous year. The main focus here is that you only get to play a single 2-minute quarter! But, I scored. Look at the weird way that these guys run. So in the end, this was actually pretty good. I do wish that you could play more, though. Alright, enough of that. What's the next game? Oh, shit! Very invested in this matchup between the Buffalo Sabres and the Dallas Stars. Much like the city of Dallas, I have absolutely no interest in the Dallas Stars, so I'll pick the Sabres. You can see plainly my hockey skills as I brilliantly execute a common hockey strategy of get sorta close and then shoot. Also the common goaltender doesn't know what to do defensive strategy. Now get ready for the shortest hockey fight in history. This game's just okay. Cool Borders 4. This is like SSX, except it sucks. You'd think by the 4th game in this series they'd have figured out how to make a pretty fluid and fun racing game. But they didn't. It kept getting stuck and I came in last, and in no way could that possibly be my fault. Thrasher, Skate and Destroy. Oh man. You've played Tony Hawk? Well, imagine that, but with much more realistic controls. They're pretty sophisticated, but they're good, and this game is actually fun. Now you can just mess around in this tiny little level as long as you want, but once you press start you start a 2-minute run, culminating in being chased down through a second-person view of a cop with a taser. When you get tased, the demo ends. Toy Story 2. I actually played this game when it was out on the N64, and this isn't terrible. You can tell this is an unfinished version of the game, as you can complete the first objective in the bedroom, getting into the crib, without actually getting the first Pizza Planet token. Also, you can run around in this house as much as you want, but the demo has to stop once you get a Pizza Planet token, and they're the equivalent of basically stars in Super Mario 64 for this game. Now, what's cool about this is that they've made a full-scale facsimile of Andy's house, which has apparently been taken over by robots. What really kills this game is the sloppy controls. For instance, look at how Buzz jumps off of these ropes. He jumps right through them. My instincts from Super Mario 64 tell me that we're going to jump away from the rope, but Buzz doesn't. He does the opposite. The camera sucks as well, he moves really sloppily, and the jumping is terribly inaccurate. But overall, this is actually fairly enjoyable. Sledstrim. Sorta boring snowmobile game. Passable. Basically Cool Borders 4, but on sleds and better. Next. Tomba II. This is a really interesting game. It has a great art style, some pretty good controls, and it's a lot different from most other games. I like this game, but it's super rare and I don't feel like spending that much money on a game like this. I'd really like to continue playing this game, but unfortunately,
short of piracy, of course,
there's no real way for me to get this game. It's very rare, and it's very expensive, and I'm not willing to put that much money down on it. It's good, and if you can find it for a small amount of money, you should definitely buy it. Alright, in the good category, games that you should try to go hunt down, we have Spyro 2, NFL Gameday 2000, Thrasher, Skate and Destroy, and Tomba II. For the just sort of average games that it's not really necessary that you go buy, you got Gran Turismo 2, NHL Face-Off 2000, Toy Story 2, and Sledstrim. Now the bad games are Tiny Tank and Cool Borders 4. Thanks for watching. Or jump in a lake.